Hey everybody, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new, I do videos on reselling, thrift hauls, and unboxings. And I have a short video for you today on a few things. I wanted to show you what sold, and the light is super bright, so sorry about that. I have a dinner tonight for work, so I have to drive kind of far into the office, and I am gonna have to get ready and everything. So I may do a video on what I'm wearing, because it's gonna be some stuff that I've thrifted, and I just will show you some of the things just to give you ideas for the holidays. But today's video is things that I've sold. And I apologize if you hear my cat. He's been meowing something fierce because I think we have a mouse somewhere. And I also wanted to talk about people commenting on Poshmark that is either spam, harassment, things like that. So first, let me get into what I've sold. So I sold this just a couple minutes ago. So I sold this it's hard to see. It is a Toad & Co., or they used to be called the Horny Toad sweater, and I ended up taking home a profit of $20 on this. This is a really nice sweater. It's like a deep knit, small, really great condition. So the person who gets this is definitely gonna be super happy with it. It's soft. I love it. If it was my size, I probably would have kept it, but you know, nothing's always your size, and also then I'd have just a ton of clothes. So I'm gonna try to move us over here a little bit because wow, it is so bright. And FYI, I don't know if you've seen my other videos, I did get a GoPro, but I haven't used it yet because we just haven't even had time. The other thing that I sold, now my husband makes fun of this, which is one of the reasons I got rid of it. It was mine. It is a very large plaid scarf wrap. I sold it for $12 on an offer, which is great. I hope the person actually likes this. It's also really soft and in really great condition. So those are the two things I sold on Poshmark. And then on Mercari, which I know you're like, what? Okay, so I just dropped one. Okay, there's this big bag, and what they are is they are Lincoln logs, okay? These have been sitting downstairs forever. I need to put them in a different bag or Ziploc bags and put them in a box. So I sold them for $27 with free shipping, which means I only made $11.25. But I'm okay with that because it's one less thing in our house. I am trying to get rid of some things, and that's that. So those are the three things I sold since last night. And then the second thing I wanted to talk about is the random comments and the harassment and things like that that seem to be going on Poshmark. So I made the mistake I posted in one of the Facebook groups. I had people comment on items, and they have like a story that is realistic, saying like, asking for measurements, or does this fit true to size? And it starts off like a normal conversation, but then they get into some kind of story where they say their birthday cake was smashed into their sweater and it ruined their sweater. And the only reason I recognized it was because this is not the first sweater this person has commented on and did this story. So I obviously knew there was something wrong with that. Some people say it's like a kink story. Some people say they do it to get a good laugh. Because I don't post measurements on everything, especially like sweaters. I end up not usually doing measurements on sweaters unless somebody asks specifically. But I do measurements on like jeans and pants and things like that. So I did mark this and report it, and there was some conflict of interest on the Facebook group I belong to. They thought, I don't see anything wrong with that. Well, let me tell you, I do have people who have AKA fetishes that buy like shoes and things like that, and that does not bother me at all. It's just, it takes a lot of work for me, considering I don't have a lot of time and I'm not a full-time reseller, to go and get the item, pull it, measure it. And I don't mind doing that because usually it ends up in a sale. But when someone's doing it for like a joke or a laugh or whatever, then, you know, that's to me is kind of disrespectful. But hey, whatever, you know, if people disagree with me, that's their own opinion. They can think how they want. The other thing is I've been getting some nasty comments on certain items in my closet, which I've had to actually remove the entire item. Some girl liked an item and then she decided that she wanted to bash the item by saying, why would you sell used knickers? Okay, it was Victoria's Secret pink sleep shorts that are really tiny, and she's like, who wears underwear under sleep pajamas? Why would you sell used sleep pajamas? And she just wouldn't stop. So I ended up having to remove the item and relist the item, and I blocked the user and I reported the comments to get rid of the comments. But this has been happening a lot more frequently, and I don't know if this is going to continue, but my recommendation is, if you get these things, is either to block the user, report the comments as spam. If it's a sold item, that's like a different story, and you can only really like report the items as spam and block the user. There's no way for us to physically remove the comments. I'm hoping Poshmark will change that in the future, that we can remove comments that people leave on the items, because I just feel like that's something we should be able to control, like, is the comment situation going back and forth between something, especially, you know, when it is not very nice. So I'm hoping that it's not going to happen, but of course there are people and bots and not so nice people who are going to comment on your items. Like I said, I don't invest a ton in time in Poshmark, but I do try to make my due diligence as I'm trying to make money to support, you know, our bills and our extracurriculars and paying for Christmas and vacations and things like that. So Poshmark is a great tool for me to help me get out of debt. If you've seen previous videos, you know I've used Poshmark to pay off our shed. I have used Poshmark to pay down credit cards, and right now I'm using Poshmark to pay off our pellet stove that we just bought. So all the money goes to a good cause. I also spend some of the money that I get on giving as well. So giving toys, especially at this time of year, food bank items, etc. So it's not just for me. I do use the money to also give to others. With that said, I hope you guys have a great holiday season as it is really starting to kick off. I will hopefully be doing a few more videos related to thrifting as well as others. And hopefully tonight I can show you the outfit I wore that is thrifted before I go. And maybe that will inspire you for your holiday parties and your holiday gatherings that you need to go to. So thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.